What's so crazy about his ranged DPS potential then? Simply, you can get a tier 1 weapon on him, which takes him up to pretty much the normal DPS of a ranged hero that can't teleport. Understandably, a teleporting ranged hero doesn't have quite as much as one that can't teleport. The problem is you can then also get an accessory which increases his range by 7 and his DPS by 50%. Now, he by default is a bit of a hybrid hero. He actually does more DPS in melee than he does in range by default, and he is the lowest range DPS hero starting. For that reason, that's why that accessory, which is quite expensive, gives him a whopping 50% increase, because on its own, it sucks. It's really expensive, and even though it's 50%, it's still not really that impactful in actual real numbers, because the default value of the Warp Spider X is terrible. But the problem is, you get both of those war gears in tier 1, and he does 50 DPS in range, which is basically higher than any ranged weapon in any tier that a hero can get. Which means even in tier 1, it will bleed things like the Strike Squad, and Commander armor and Light Infantry armor, no chance. Banshee's in a bit of a tricky spot right now. I don't think they want to fight 3 Grey Knights and a Demon Hunter simultaneously. The fight against the Strike Squad's a bit of a 50-50. I think it is favoured for the Banshees, but they can definitely lose it if they don't get lucky with the specials. Oh, talking about luck, look at that. The Strike Squad died at a beautiful time there, for Adila anyway. Huge HP on the squad, but losing a model somehow. So Cry probably quite grateful that he went for 2 IST, given he's going to be facing 2 Banshees. I think you'd like 2 IST against that. I don't know, maybe you want faster purgation, I'm not super sure. No upgrades yet on the Spiders, this is still his default damage, going for double IST Sergeant for now. And you can see he's lost basically all the map. Early on when the Banshees went down this side, and whilst the IST can kite them, because they're the same speed as the Banshees prior to the Banshees getting their aspect, which gives them the fleet of foot ability, they don't get much opportunity to actually force off the Banshees, and then you lose your micro, and then the Banshees are compromising your IST and you're gone. So it's a bit awkward. With the impact grenade from the Sergeant, they're a lot better. The Sergeant also gives them that durability, so that you don't lose models as quick to the Warp Spider Exarch. Rangers are coming out next, keeping them with Shuriken Pistols for now. You can see the red debuff circle there on the Demon Hunter because he has been targeted by those pistols, which will mark any models that they hit to make them take more damage. So trying to bait the Strike Squad into the lot of Banshees right now. 9 Banshees in Retreat Path is pretty yikes. That will be a dead Strike Squad model, potentially losing this one as well, but a Rift Tear coming in there from the Demon Hunter to stall that approach. We do see the Empyrean Brain Mines here from the Demon Hunter, so not sure that these really have been used yet, and we do already have a Detector out. So they are a set of mines that can be deployed. Let's see how they fare. They're going out here. So you can see there's a bunch of them spread out in an AoE. That sort of spread on the throw with the mines will be reduced the closer the location that you throw the mines is to the Demon Hunter. Staying him quite far here, I would disagree with that. Yeah, a lot of bleed there. Kind of messed up his micro though, did Cry. He actually walked back into the grenade which he'd already dodged. And there is a brain mine getting triggered by an impact grenade actually. That's an interesting thing, isn't it? I never really thought about that. You can use the impact grenades as a pretty cheap and liberal way to proc these mines even when they have been detected. So when they're detected, because the rangers are nearby, they won't automatically trigger when the enemy stands on them, but they'll still do damage if they blow up. But you can't target your own mines. But you can use impact grenades potentially to force them to trigger. Interesting. It also will protect the Demon Hunter if the Banshees run into melee. You can just throw them really close to you, like in this location. Do some nice spike damage. If you time it well when all 5 Banshees are on top of it, that could be quite strong. We'll see. Given that Rangers are already in the field, it is going to mitigate their value quite a bit. This whole time, one of the IST been side capping. Only 1 gen though for Cry. Adila didn't manage to get that other gen. Rangers are here and detecting these mines, so it's not really delaying the Banshee advance, and this is not looking like a good engagement for the Strike Squad. They've got their Tome of Titan, but you don't want to fight 2 Banshees, god. It's not good. Psychic Assailment Global in the IST for more range and damage, but not really cutting it. And Rangers detecting that mine so it doesn't go off. Now the Banshees are going to finish the bash. Not great. So Guardian's taking some good damage over here. Really good damage from those mines. Really nice damage. Psychic Beacon from the Rangers. Man, you never see that ability. The poor Strike Squad here, they just really cannot engage. Banshee special throws that other model back. Now risking losing the Demon Hunter as well. Yep, he's going down. But because these Rangers are here the whole time, these Banshees otherwise would have retreated through mines, but they're not too bothered. Ooh, they did proc on this guy. But I don't know if it only affected this one model, not the other one, so they're going to be alright. Psychic Assailment once again on the IST will handily allow them to defeat those Guardians there. 1v1. Cry just wanting to get back onto the map control. You can see, man, even without rebuying his hero, he has no resources at all right now. Competing with the Warp Spider Exarch, who's decided he's going to dedicate himself to this part of the map. It's probably quite helpful having a teleporting hero when there are these two garrisons to contend with. Impact grenades do some good spike damage to garrisons. I believe they do 250% damage to units in garrisons, but it's still not a frag, right? So even a unit in a garrison taking 250% damage, that's not going to be the same as a frag. Another Empyrean mine going off there to elongate that damage over time against the Banshees. Okay, so the Strike Squad right now should be able to take this fight against the Banshees. The damage over time is still going in. Certainly, I was going to say if they can rout the Rangers prior to the Banshees getting into combat. Would have been a bit tricky if the Banshees were in combat with the Rangers still shooting to make the Strike Squad take more damage. But yeah, Banshees not wanting to fight them. Getting shot by lasguns right now. They are only light infantry, so they do feel that pain. But man, Cry is so far behind. No wreck. Basically no power. Kind of failing to see how a quick Falcon here isn't just GG. But apparently not, because this is a replay I'm casting. I won't be casting it if it's 10 minutes long. Man, Adila's even using gates. He's got 476 VPs to 335. What the hell does he do wrong here? Because, you know, Cry clearly is on the back foot majorly. He needs a big comeback, and I just don't know. I just don't see what the hell he can even do. His own mine's blowing up his IST there, somehow. Hit them with a grenade, did he? Yeah, I don't get it. He hasn't got any purgation, so it's not like he can do some sneaky side capping or anything. I guess the Banshees are going to have to overcommit at some point and just get wiped. But I don't know why they'd do that when there's only one Strike Squad. So little power for Cry. Look at this. This is mental. He's only got a power node right now, which is why Adila's committing so hard. He just wants to pin him down. He's going to go for a Wraith Lord. Rift Tear into an impact grenade. That's a nice play. Yep, and all the pew pew. Whittling down these Banshees slowly. That's what you got to do. You got to whittle them down before you get into melee. You don't just want to charge at them. Not a pair of Banshees. That would be a terrible idea. A bit of miss micro here from Adila. Does not want to keep his Rangers chilling out here. Still loses a model. I mean, he had Grey Knights in retreat path. He's constantly using the global here just to get more... Oh, was that the global or was that the aid from the Strike Squad? I'm not even sure. I did see him earlier using the global for a bit more energy on the DH. But Cry not even tier 2 yet. Wraith Lord already on the field. So how's he going to deal with that? So you want ranged AV. You could go for a Las Rhino, but given that the Wraith Lord can get the shoulder-mounted Bright Lance, it's not very good. If it was another Walker, you could consider that. Alright, he's going to get a Beamer. He's going to go for hard AV. It makes sense, yeah. It's your best choice here, really. Vindicare, it's alright, given there's only one Guardian for repair, but it's just not a lot of DPS, to be honest. And then he could pick up the Shuriken on the Wraith Lord, and it would be brutal. But the retreat path saving the Strike Squad quite well there. Impact grenade, unfortunately, not doing too much there. Be really nice to set that impact grenade off when the Banshees are atop it. And now we have Warlock, who also detects mines for some reason, so... Yep, mines are not really doing a whole lot here. One of the good things about the mines is it's debuffing the Wraithlaw. Doesn't do any damage to him, but it is a big snare. So if you hit it with the Beamer and the mine, I think it should get immobilized. Now you also have the armor on the Demon Hunter, which obviously he doesn't have right now. Ooh, this could be a big fight. Strike Squad Justicar present. Ah, and he did a spike, a mine spike right there. Threw them all at his feet and they exploded. And you can see the damage is quite good. Quite strong. Psychic Fortress is activated on the Strike Squad, slowing all these Banshees down. Them and the Strike Squad are affected by the Empyrean Brain Mines, but because the Banshees have so much more models, they end up taking a lot more damage from the mines. And the mines damage, of course, scales on the amount of models that are there. So a bit of a fail, really, there, to have the Rangers sitting at the base and not near the Banshees. That wouldn't have happened otherwise. Well, you could still throw the mines down, even if the Rangers were nearby, if you then Impact Grenade your Demon Hunter. And again, the Impact Grenade wouldn't really do a lot of damage to the Strike Squad. Going to do a lot more to the Banshees due to the higher models. So yeah, versus mass melee, spiking with the mines can be quite effective. Not very good when they're spread out like this. Not when the enemy has a Warlock, not when the enemy has Rangers running around, but yeah, to spike them on the floor right next to you so they're all together, and then hit them with an Impact Grenade, yeah, could be quite strong. So I'm not sure what the plan is here. Warp Spider still has no upgrades, so these guys are just going to sit in here forever. It's going to take forever for the Warp Spider to get rid of that IST squad. They're not going to get out either. So we had the attempted attack there on the Wraithlaw, but it looks like it was a little bit too aggressive. Yeah, we even had Psychic Assailment on them, but there's no support. So flanked by Guardians and hit with a Plasma Grenade. Ah, yikes. Killing the Demon Hunter in retreat as well. He's going to need another vehicle. He might want to get a Las Cannon Rhino, to be honest. As long as he keeps the Las Cannon Rhino near the Beamer, he should be okay, because then this thing can't just charge at it with a shoulder-mounted Bright Lance. The Las Cannon Rhino will be longer range, so the Wraithlaw will want to force melee on it. And then you back off the Rhino and bait the enemy into your Beamer. But that'd be a lot of commitment onto a Wraithlaw. You could just go for a Heavy Bolter Rhino as well. Okay, he's just replaced his Demon Hunter for now. I'm going to assume that he's going to get an upgrade here. That was a very nice special before these Guardians retreated, leading to the wipe of the Warlock. So Strike Squad are pulling through right now. They're getting a lot of levels, and they start getting really, really strong with these levels. Might even wipe the Rangers. Oh, wipes the Rangers. Really quite poor micro there from Adila. Not certain what he was looking at. Probably this over here. Oh, caught in a pretty bad position. Oh, messes up his throw there. He's trying to path block with a Demon Hunter. Not quite going to work. Wraithlaw lives to fight another day. Killed a couple of Purgation. Force Glaive. Well, yeah, you're fighting two Banshees. Makes sense. You're going to have to go for the Force Glaive, aren't you? Boom. Little delay, then big spike of damage and knockback in an AoE around your Demon Hunter. And is that going to lead to the death of one of these Banshees? Oh, it's going to lead to the death of the Demon Hunter again. Banshee Squad 1 will get out alive. Not looking good against the Strike Squad though, but yeah, risky. Wraithlaw is still in play. Not sure what the IST are going to do to the Wraithlaw. He's scared with the Wraithlaw. Ah, yeah, wisely scared, because there is a Purgation in the back with Psychic Assailment once again. Look at the range there, 30%. This is basically guided Beamer. Bang! Must have just started his wind-up whilst the Wraithlaw was right on that angle. He kills the Wraithlaw just with the Beamer. The power of that ability, Psychic Assailment, so strong. Really good on AV. Really good on the Vindicator Assassin. I remember a League series that I played against Valhero, and I was using Psychic Assailment on the Vindicator Assassin, and I killed 2 of his Chaos Dreadnoughts, and he was not happy. I think I had the Vindicator Assassin and a Las Rhino, and we were just killing Dreadnoughts all over the place, which was quite funny. Yeah, it's just huge range, thanks to the range buff. It's really good. Really nice global. I've seen good global usage actually out of Cry this game. As I say, he's been feeding his Demon Hunter with a fair bit of energy to spam these mines liberally, because this is a problem. You can see he's constantly low on mines. And again, look, Psychic Fortress. So this is debuffing the speed of any squads that are near the IST. He did that before in the fight over here where he did the mine spike. Bang. They arm quite quick, don't they, these mines? I wonder if that is standardized or if they arm quicker than normal. It's nice. Even if you don't kill the models, you can force them back into the enemy base to heal for a while, which has its value. It means they're not capping. Late there on the fanaticism to dodge the grenade damage, but unnecessary. Acolyte quite fearsome in melee, much like the Guardian Warlock. Yeah, he's doing pretty good actually. See you later, Guardians. But Adila is tier 3. So Adila not really investing that much in tier 2, literally just got a Wraith Lord. No upgrades on the What Spider Exarch yet. Not sure if Demon Hunter has enough energy for his ability here. I don't think he does. Inferno. Oh, he does. What's that? About 80 energy or something. Will that save the IST? Now, if this was the Warlock, this is where you'd activate Swift Movement and they'd be dead. But, oh god, they might even die to the Empyrean mine. Oh, I think they'll just get to base in time. Yeah, Demon Hunter has to get out of there, getting flipped around because level 3 Banshees. Wait, what? How is he getting flipped around by level 3 Banshees when he's level 4? I don't know what... Does this not give him... Does he not have 70 melee skill? Surely he should. What? I'm so confused. If he has 70 melee skill, that would be the same as Banshees, but because he's a higher level, they shouldn't be able to proc a special on him. That was weird. Well, you guys can go rewind and watch that, see if it was like a special on the IST or he was running away or something. Nice! There you go, you got the combo. Mines plus impact grenade. Oh man, I never thought of that combo. Interesting. That is a nice application for mines for the Ordo Malleus that other factions don't have, and the fact that the Demon Hunter throws out so many mines, it makes the impact grenade even better. Because you've kind of got more choices on where you want to activate that. You've got a bit more room forever. You don't have to predict exactly where they're going to go with one mine. What? An Eldritch in the base to kill Grey Knight Strike Squad? Adila, for fuck's sake. Fucking hell. That was garbage. Was it that necessary? To try and kill a fucking Strike Squad? Okay, well this is how Adila throws. And he's just bleeding like crazy. Oh dear. Emperor's Torch now. So this is the energy eco ability, but it's a tier 1 energy eco war gear. So you can see max energy, energy per second, your energy regen. And now he's using an autark to kill Purgation in the garrison, but he doesn't have a vehicle. So what's the point? He's gone tier 3 and he's spent all his resources and not got anything tier 3. So I'm a little bit confused as to what's going on right now. Well, he just hit his own Banshees with that grenade. Fucking hell. And we have an Inferno coming up, so these Banshees are in trouble. Yeah, they are going to get out of there. Oh, we're going to see a Sky Leap from the autark. Back up she goes. So she can be called down again without cost. In Wreck and Power. Just in red. Yeah. Really do not like this series of plays, and really Cry is going to exploit that by going for a Grey Knight Dreadnought. Once again, using a bit of this Psychic Fortress, stall the Banshees out, don't let them get into melee sort of thing. Still, no upgrades on the What Spider Exarch. Not really a whole lot that the DH can do here, as he's just going to get shot If he goes into melee, it's going to be base turrets, so it's a bit pointless. So that's why he's sort of waiting around here instead. Oh, look at that, cute Emperor's Torch. Light of the Emperor. A little bit of heal over time and some damage resistance in an AoE, but on a single hero, that's not going to be particularly relevant. Needs to retreat. I don't... Ooh. Is that a good grenade? Ah, it was alright. It was alright. So Adila right now got an absolutely absurd amount of power. Very poor attention there. Completely missed his Warp Spider X-Arc being executed. And that's actually kind of painful because he's really doing very well on power. And he has barely any requisition in comparison. So that's a shame. I think Cry just going to focus on the VPs at this point. Probably going to be a melee Dreadnought, I would imagine. Keep this one with the Inferno Cannon. And then in the event of a vehicle, you could swap the Inferno Cannon one to a Melter. Then you can get the armor on the Demon Hunter in tier 2, which gives you the Rites of Exorcism, which is kind of like a Melter Bomb, plus mark target ability in one. It's like a Melter Bomb that can go through walls, which is very cool. It does spike damage, snares a vehicle, and also does damage resistance debuff onto the vehicle to make it take more damage. This is a really bad fight for the Banshees. Hit by an Empyrean Brain Mine, taking AoE damage from Grey Knights, getting shot on approach, and then fighting level 4 Strike Squad with Justicar? No thanks. Yeah. Adila severely wasting basically all of his resources here. Looks like again he just got hit by a mine spike into Inferno, which is not really ideal. Finally he's going to be getting a Fire Prism. That will counter a melee Dreadnought or an Inferno Cannon Dreadnought, but I mean it'll counter all the Dreadnoughts. It will even counter a Melter one. However, like I say, you can set up the kill there, snare it with the Rites of Exorcism, and then force melee with a Melter Dreadnought. This thing will go down quite quick, but you've got to get the Rites of Exorcism Demon Hunter into range, which is easier said than done. Currently a game looking very dominant for Cry. 227 VPs with a triple cap in his favour. Obviously Adila can't really push out right now. He's trying, but it really is pointless. He's just going to bleed. You can't just charge Banshee straight into an Inferno Cannon, for God's sake. Yeah, not a good idea. Now they're just going back to heal. What was the point of all that? Not sure. Strike Squad's so tanky. You can see even the disperse shot there from the Prism. Not really doing a lot of damage. It's going to take them a while to get rid of these guys. This is kind of a problem. Oh, wow. He swapped to a single shot, and that was actually beautifully accurate against infantry, which is a rarity. Just going in for the decap, kind of desperate right now. He's bleeding so many VPs, he knows he can't get out. Triple freaking Dreadnought. Wow. Oh, did he just hit it? He did, he got it with the Rites of Exorcism, there you go. So you can see that sort of flashing means it's taking more damage. And the Dreadnought is in melee. Hilarious, even though it's in the base. Wow, they didn't even need the Melter. Literally just hacked it to pieces with a halberd. I mean, good God, that was a massive throw from Adila. Jesus, Adila. Went tier 3, got an Autarch, and dropped an Eldritch in the enemy base to kill a Strike Squad and didn't even kill the Strike Squad. I mean, what? A lot of very questionable fights in the mid to late game with the Banshees as well that didn't really achieve a whole lot for Adila, other than a lot of bleed was incurred. But the Banshees were very dominant early on, and to be fair, man, I don't even know how this game went on as long as it did. It really looked like pretty much from tier 1 Adila had locked Cry into the coffin, but somehow he burst back out. Weird. Mines and Impact Grenade, that's definitely something to try out, guys. Try it out and let me know. Is it any good? That's going to be all from you, boy Torpid. This time I am tuning out.